Good morning. Just waking myself up, just doing the things that I do to begin my day, just receiving my day with my very best energy. This is the way we do it. We get ourselves into our best for the day. Over my lifetime, 30 years of coaching, I have been trained in many different movement practices, martial arts, yoga, Tai Chi, boxing. I played all sports at the provincial and national level. I was in the Mr. Universe competition 25 years ago. I've been trained physically and mentally for a lifetime. And what I've learned from all of the habits and disciplines that I have practiced and studied and learned is that, movement and thought are very closely linked. The way that we think is very much linked to the way that we move. And, all of human movement is always this tick-tock type of movement where we're basically just shifting our weight from one side to the other. So really, it's moving the body that the body needs. This movement, this pumping movement or rhythmical moving, shifting of weight from one side to the other is how the human walks. It's how the human runs. It's movement in general. Just bringing movement down to its most general aspects, and it's really just shifting your body weight. And it's really linked to the fact that the human body has a lymphatic system, and this is the waste removal system of the human body. When we sleep all night long, our energy becomes stagnant, the fluids in the lymphatic system become still, and the energy feels very still. What the human needs to do to begin the day is it needs to start a rhythmical pumping happening within the body. And if you look at all of the ancient traditions like martial arts, like yoga, like Tai Chi, ancient movement traditions to begin your day with sun salutations, for instance, full body movements, mobility that get the body pumping and get the lymphatic fluids moving through the body. Different than the circulatory system, which has a heart pump, the lymphatic system does not have a pump, and it responds to the rhythmical pumping of the muscles. It's the only pump that the lymphatic system has. And so when the human gets up and starts moving their body, this is what is required in order for the human to actually detoxify and energize and become enthusiastic and optimistic about their day. They need to get up and get moving. The problem is that humans are getting up, having a cup of coffee, grabbing themselves a breakfast sandwich, and going into their work day. This is going on for 20, 30 years, paying the bills. And then, somewhere between 40 and 50, the human wakes up in pain and unsure about what's wrong with their life. In reality, it's that the human has not been taking care of himself for 20 or 30 years. As the body gets stagnant, as the energy gets stagnant day in and day out, this becomes the habit. The human energy system starts to fail and health declines. So does negative thought grow. Mental health declines as well too. It's a mental and physical ordeal that sickness, illness, and disease is. And we can change it by changing our mental and physical habit, action, and behavior. Just by changing our foods, moving to lighter foods, moving to hydrating foods, foods that bring energy, foods that bring hydration, and foods that bring life into the body. Through live foods, through fasting, through movement, through breath, through conscious thought, intention, and imagination, the human can be returned right back to its youthful, optimistic, energetic self. This can happen to every single one of us, regardless of our age. We can begin to return and restore our health. It truly happens through movement, intention, imagination, and breath. Let's wake ourselves up. Let's get ourselves going for the day. Let's start off with some front kicks. Let's pick up through the hips, through the thighs, pick the foot up, kick out, warming up through the knees, warming up through the thighs, warming up through the hips. I'm going to turn on my clock here. We're just getting our body moving. We're just getting our body breathing. We're just taking charge of our energy ourselves. Just taking responsibility for our energy. This is how it happens. This is how we change the energy within ourselves. It's a choice. It's a habit. It's a behavior to get up and get moving. Let's work into a back kick, warming up the back of the body. Warming up the back of the body with some back kicks. Lifting through the hamstrings, lifting through the glutes, lifting through the back of the body. Balancing, stabilizing. Waking myself up, bringing myself to life for today. Choosing to move rather than to just sit still. Just practicing movement to begin our day. Shifting to another movement, moving to some abduction, working on the outside of my hips. We did some kicks to the front. We worked on the hip flexors. We did some kicks to the back. We warmed up the glutes and the lower back. Here we are working on the stabilizers, that side-to-side agility. These are our running muscles. Glutes and hips, lower back, balance and stability. Waking up, just moving blood and lymph through the body, just breathing, just moving, just bringing myself to life for today. Just taking some positive actions. What can I do today to change my circumstances? You know, we all get caught up in things the way that they are. We all get caught up in feeling sorry for ourselves. It's very common, but it doesn't really change things. The way to change things is to take action. And that's physical and mental action. Here we are getting ourselves going physically. Dropping my butt, bending my knees, taking physical action. Right? It first starts with a thought mentally. I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. I'm going to get myself moving. I'm going to get myself breathing. I'm going to get thinking and speaking about the things that are most important to me in my life. That's a decision. That's a masculine mind. That's a masculine mind that decides what we're going to do. But then, you know, the next day comes around and you just don't feel like it. And this happens. We don't feel like it. That's the feelings. That's the feminine mind. Right? The feeling is the feminine or the subconscious mind. The masculine is the decision maker, the thinking mind. We must balance the two to be successful with our health, and with our relationships, beginning with the relationship with ourselves. My next one here, I'm dropping myself down into the plank position. Getting into a plank, stretching out my body, working on my inner thighs, working on my hips. Stepping up, stretching out my inner thighs and hips. As I move, my body starts to breathe. The body starts to get hot. The breath starts to deepen. The diaphragm warms up. These are core muscles. I'm working on my core right here. I'm working on my core. I'm opening up my body. I'm preparing my body to move more oxygen through it. I'm switching from my thinker, the things I'm thinking about, to just, contemplating right here and right now. Right now, at this moment, what am I doing? I am raising my energy. I am changing the energy inside of my body. Right? We can stay in bed and cry about our circumstances, or we can get up and we can take some action toward our goal. See that these are just changes in the way that we're receiving our life, or just receiving the present moment. Truly, it comes down to just how you're receiving each one of your moments. Receiving more of your moments lovingly. You want to get a ball for your dad there, so maybe that purple one on top. And then the blue one probably good for you. Just got my medicine ball here. You could use a medicine ball if you have it, or you can use just a light dumbbell, or you don't even have to. You can just use your hands. You can just carry your body weight that way. So look at just opening up, extending, and flexing over. Working through a nice full range of motion. A nice big circle. I am working on myself physically. I am working on myself mentally. It's got two parts to it. You are physical and mental, and when you work on both yourself physically and mentally, there is an emotional change inside of your body, an energetic shift. You can cause an energetic shift within your body, a positive one or a negative one, depending on what you're doing physically and mentally. Just change what you're doing physically and mentally, and you can change your energy. You can make yourself happy, healthy, and well. If this becomes your happy, healthy, and wellness practice, if you choose to want it to be, you'd have to begin to practice living that way. You'd have to believe that you have this power within yourself. It all comes down to it. Do you believe that there is some sort of power inside of you? It doesn't work if you don't believe within something that's within yourself. It's like you'd have to believe in the loving energy, the life force energy, the spirit energy, the emotional energy, the frequency, whatever you want to call that. Life force, whatever it is inside of you that's needing air right now. Something is starving for oxygen. This is a metabolic machine. It needs oxygen. It releases carbon dioxide. We're just moving oxygen through the body. I'm working on my strength. Working on my flexibility, working on my range of motion, stretching out through the upper body, strengthening through the lower body, waking myself up for the day, coming to life for the day. Strengthening through the back of my body, stretching through the front of my body. working on myself. We can do that one leg at a time if you can. You could try 5 or 10 on one leg and 5 or 10 on the other leg if you can. Lifting through the glutes and hips, lifting through the back end of the body, waking up the body. Dropping down onto my mat, on my back here, I'm working on poking my hips up. Lifting through the core, poking my hips up into the air. Warming up, picking up my energy, moving oxygen through the body, breathing, tuning into my breath. Tuning into our breath is the best way to get present, to come into the here and the now, to let go of what's going on around you and focus on what is within you. We always have that choice to get stuck thinking about what's happening around, or changing the focus to consider what's going on within. Dropping down here, I'm working on my leg tucks. I can walk them in, walk them back, or if you can jump them in, jump them back. Pumping blood and lymph through the body. A physical practice. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Moving and breathing. Focusing within yourself. What am I thinking and speaking about? The trouble or the goal? What are we growing in our life? Love or fear? Troubles or goals? Dreams or troubles? What are we growing in our life? Right? Depends what you're thinking in mind most often. Whatever you're thinking about most of the time is what you're growing. Are you growing fear or are you growing love? That's a shift of attention. A shift of focus. Feet can be up or feet can be down. Whichever way you'd like. We're twisting through the core, rotating. Waking up the body, twisting the body, working through the core. Dropping myself onto my back, I'm going to continue working on my rotation, only on my back now. Twisting through the lower body, pressing my shoulders down into the floor, pressing my shoulders down into the floor, keeping my shoulders flat to the floor. Twisting through my lower body. Breathing, breathing, moving. Focusing on myself. Tuning into myself. Tuning out what's going on around. Not getting caught up with what everyone's thinking or saying about me. Really more focusing in on yourself. No matter what you think or say or do, someone's going to have a criticism for you. Don't worry about what everyone is thinking and saying and doing around you. Really, to heal yourself, you've really got to learn how to listen to your intuition, listen within yourself. This is the practice, learning how to listen within yourself. Coming up from there, let's grab a couple of light dumbbells if you have them. If you don't even have to have dumbbells. You could do this without dumbbells as well too. A couple of light dumbbells in my hand. I'm going to go for some punches. Let's try 10 front punches. Let's try 10 jumping jacks. Let's try 10 hook punches. Let's go for 3 minutes. Let's just work on these 3 drills, just getting ourselves going. 3 minutes. Front punches, 10. Face punches, strikes. Jumping jacks, getting that blood flowing, getting that heart pumping. 10 jumping jacks, push jacks, power jacks. 10 hook punches, pivoting, rotating through the core, using those arms. Punching. Into your opponent. Back to it again. Face punches, striking. Very exciting for the body, very invigorating for the body. Jumping around, bouncing around, picking up the physiology. Changing what's going on inside. Hook punches, rotating, getting through the core. Two minutes to practice, just working through these physical actions. You want to get out of the thinking mind. You want to drive the blood into the body, into the feelings, into the vibration. Feeling a change, creating a shift within the body. Something that we're aware of. I can feel a change in my energy. This is what we want to know, that we are in control of our energy. It's just taking control of our energy for today. I am in control of my energy. I am managing my energy. It's just the way you're thinking and speaking about yourself and about the moment right here, right now. Live in worry or live in acceptance and forgiveness and love. "30 seconds left. 10 strikes to the face, 10 jumping jacks, 10 hook punches. There we go. Just catching our breath, just hanging ourselves over, just lengthening out through the hamstrings and the lower back. Just breathing. Just letting go. Just letting go of tightness. Just letting go of blockage. Just letting go of trapped energy in the body. Coming up from there, just working on a good extension. Just really extending my spine. Warming up my spine. Extending and flexing my spine. Just breathing. It's a physical and mental practice. Just getting yourself up, rising yourself up in the day and taking charge of your day with movement, with positive thoughts and words. Here we go again, receiving your day with your very best. Next one here, We got 3 minutes again. Let's do 3 different exercises. We're going to go for squat jumps 10 times. Squat jumps, 10 horizontal rotations, vigorous, strong, hard twists. And then 10 lunges or 10 lunge jumps. If you want to walk out your lunges, if you'd like to jump out your lunges 10 times. If you want to walk them out, that's great. If you want to jump them out, that's great. Let's go for 10 jumps, 10 rotations, 10 lunges. Let's go for another 2 minutes to really get the heart pumping here. Take a break anytime if you need to. Slow it down if you have to. If you can keep it going, let's pick it up. There we go. Body's hot. Blood's pumping. Lymph is pumping. Energy is moving. It's freed up the energy in the body. We've stimulated the body. Dropping down for a little bit of strength training. Just working into the back of my arms. Working on my dips. Working on my box dips. I'm working on 30 of those. Working into the back of my arms. Working into my triceps. You can do that off of the couch. You can do that off of a stool. If you can't do that, you can also do that with a couple of dumbbells in your hands. You can push back that way. Still working through the back of the arms there. Working through the back of the arms, into the triceps and shoulders. Working into the back of the body. Just waking myself up, just taking charge. It's a practice to get up and take charge of your day, to take charge of your energy. Physically and mentally, just taking charge of yourself. It's a very masculine thing. It's to have that discipline, that self-discipline is masculine. The feelings, the imagination is feminine. We need both. We need both to be healthy and well. Coming up from there, this next one, we're going to work into a squat jump. 20 or 30 of those. Dropping down into your squat, jumping wide, jumping close. If you can't jump it out, we just walk it out. 20 or 30 or 10. Do what's best for you, right? If you can jump it out, we jump it out. More vigorous, more blood pumping, more lymph moving, more excitation to the nervous system, changing the brain, the serotonin and the dopamine, waking up, endocrine system coming to life. I am waking myself up. I am taking charge of my energy. Right? It's just getting up and thinking and speaking in the affirmative. And imagining that into your reality. Combination of thought and imagination. Thinker and feeler. Dropping myself down into an elbow plank. Climbing up to my hands. Dropping down to my elbows. Climbing up to my hands. Dropping down to my elbows. Climbing up to my hands, dropping down to my elbows, climbing up with the left hand, climbing up with the right hand. Let's work on 20 or 30 suicide climbs. Working on the triceps, working on the shoulders, working on the chest. I am working on me. I am working on myself. It's a difference to get up and start thinking, I am working on myself. It's different than, oh, I got this trouble and I got that trouble and I got this thing and I got that thing. Or this happened to me and that happened to me. We get stuck there. And this is how we get stuck, recreating the same stuck bullshit in our life. You know, we can stop it as well too. We can stop waking up and doing that. We can start a new healthy habit. We can wake up and get moving, walking or stretching, breathing or thinking or meditating, just observing things as they are and beginning to think a little bit, action in the mind. Think a little bit about what we want. Just spend a little time thinking about how you want it to turn out. Not the way that it is, but how you want it to turn out. A little shift of perspective is all that is. A change of mind. Coming up from there, I'm working on to my snowboarding skills here. Here's my down in the snowboarder, and then quarter pipe. I'm working in the board here. If you can't jump it out, we can turn it out and walk it out. If you can jump it out, get into your jump, squat, jump, squat, jump. Can you get 10 or 15 or 20? Can you get 20 or 25 of those? What can you do? Let's say 10 to 25 of those. Jump, turn, hop, turn. Woo! Everybody's waking up. Everybody's breathing. Everyone's moving. Everyone's thinking and speaking about what they want. Everyone's starting to feel better. Energy starting to rise. Grabbing my dumbbell here, going over my head. With my dumbbell over my head, I'm working on 20 or 30 over the head tricep extensions. 20 or 30 overhead tricep extensions. And we've all been through lockdown. We've all been through a lot of scary, fearful things. The last year and a half, it's really to get ourselves out of these scary, fearful thoughts and ideas. Okay, let's stop thinking and talking about these scary, fearful things. Let's just start to begin to talk about where we want to go. Let's just do a little shift of our attention from the problem that we've all become accustomed to thinking and speaking about. Let's shift our attention as a community, as a global community. Let's stop thinking and talking about this messy thing. Next one here, I'm working into my quick feet. Tapping your feet down as quickly as you can. Do your best. As many times as you can. Tapping your feet down. Catch your breath. And then go back to it. Real good shake through all of the lymphatic system. Really shaking and breaking free all the trapped energy in the body. I'm freeing up my energy. Catch your breath and then try again. Really working through the core there. Really getting the heart pumping. Next one, I'm grabbing a couple of dumbbells. And I'm going to get myself down into my legs. And I'm going to work on my arms too. Working into the arms. I'm working on 20 of those if I can. Holding myself down in my legs and working on the front of my arms. Working on my lower body and my upper body. I'm working on my full body. I am working on myself. I am working on me. Just tuning into yourself for a second. Human always has that choice. To focus around the self or to focus within the self. This is human power, free will. We need to be inspired to focus. We need to have something that inspires us. We have to get inspired about our day. We have to play some sort of mental game on ourselves, with ourselves, to become inspired daily. If you need some help with getting inspired daily, maybe you need a little bit of help there. You need to get inspired daily. Get yourself moving, get yourself breathing, get yourself thinking and speaking optimistically. I am excited about what's going to happen in my life. I'm looking forward to something magical coming forward in my life. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Something awesome is going to happen to me today. I can't wait to find it. Dropping down, I'm working on my leg raises. Let's see, 30 leg raises. If you want to go one leg at a time, go one leg at a time. If you can go 2 legs at the same time, you can do 2 legs at the same time if you can. If you need to take a breather, just take a breather. It's not about what somebody else is thinking or saying or doing. It's about what you're thinking and saying and doing. And you need to do what's right for you. Not what's right for someone else. And not what someone else is saying you should do. No, you need to decide what you think you should do. You need to listen to yourself. To heal yourself, you need to learn how to listen to your own intuition. This is your divine feminine.
To heal yourself, you have to listen to your own inner wisdom. This is your divine masculine. You need both. You need a balance of your yin and yang, a balance of your two energies to heal yourself. It is not one thing that heals you. It is a lifestyle that will heal you. A change of lifestyle will change your life. Coming up from there and back into my arms, I'm balancing. I'm working on 15 or 20 curls on one side, balancing and curling. 15 or 20 curls on one leg, 15 or 20 curls on the other leg. Balance curls. I really like balance for really forcing you to really tune into yourself. If you're not focused inside, you'll tip over. I'm working on the front of my arms. I'm working on my balance. I'm working on my stability. I'm working on my upper body and my lower body. I am working on myself. That's a decision. I am working on myself. Imagination is, how. Like getting a picture of how are you going to work on yourself today. That's your imagination. Imagining yourself getting fit and healthy every single day. How are you going to get fit and healthy every single day? You got to get and use your imagination a little bit. You're going to have to use your decision and your imagination to heal yourself. You've got to see how you got to work movement and positive thought and word and image and idea. Practice that creative energy as well. You need both. If you can't do two legs at the same time, maybe you can do a one leg at a time. You're working on 20 or 30 of those dumbbell leg raise flies. Dumbbell leg raise flies. Working through the core. I am working on my core. I am working on myself. I am working on me. I believe in myself. So there's that positive affirmation. I believe in myself. Well, then you got to embellish it with the creative energy, the feminine, imagining yourself, believing in yourself. What would you feel like if you believed in yourself? What would that feel like? That feeling that's your imagination. You got to really use your imagination to change your energy. Once you're finished your leg raise flies, I'm just flipping myself over and I'm working into my hips. I'm stretching into my glutes. I'm lengthening out my muscles. It's strengthening and lengthening of the body that we need. If we want to have a pain-free body, if we want to be mobile, nimble, and quick, past 50, past 60, past 70, we want to have nice, long, supple, flexible, well-hydrated muscles. We need hydration. The body, the musculature is mostly water. We need fluid. We need juices. We need fruits and juices. This is what the body needs to restore water balance, hydration, and micronutrition, micronutrients. Yes, vitamins and minerals are in the fruits and vegetables. Eat them alive. Don't take the pills. Those pills are not alive. Eat the fruits and vegetables that are alive.
See how you have been sold into buying your health from them. See how your health is something you need to change your mind to get. It's not what you think. What you think has made you sick. If you want to get healthy and well, you have to change the way you are thinking. Just stretching through my hips. Same thing on the other side. Other knee comes up between my hands and I'm just stretching into my hips. Just letting go of the energy that's trapped in my hips. What's trapped in my hips and my lower back? Just breathing into my body. Letting go of the blockage. Letting go of the things I don't need anymore. It begins in my mind. It turns up in my body as sickness or disease. And it turns into sickness and disease in my life. I can fix it in my mind. I can heal it in my body. I can change it in my life. It all begins in the mind. As within, so without. As below, so above. This is the way it is on the macro, on the micro. Just as we create all things in mind, God has created us humans within mind. What could be in the mind of God for you to be afraid of? Stop worrying, humans. Start taking positive, loving action in your life. You are supported. Sitting on my butt, I'm reaching for my toes. I'm stretching through my lower back, through my hips, through my hamstrings. I'm breathing there. I'm letting go of the things I don't need anymore. I'm letting go of the ideas that are blocking me from the truth, from my authentic truth, from my infinite ability. It's like believing that I have a part of myself that is beyond boundaries. There's a limitless part within you. It is your higher self. It's your spirit body. Your emotional body is your feminine mind, your subconscious mind. You can reprogram it. You can change the vibration that is there. You can shift your resonance with thoughts and words and foods, actions and behaviors, thought actions and nutritional actions and movement actions. Lying on my back, stretching through my lower back, letting go through my lower back. Just breathing, just letting go through the neck and hips and shoulders. What am I holding that I don't need in my body anymore? Letting go of the blocks. Letting go of anything that no longer serves my goals. My goals to be happy, healthy, and filled with love. Love for myself and those that are around me. This is the goal. I am releasing anything that is not love. Any thoughts or words or emotions, any feelings that are not loving, I release them all. I hold only what is authentic. I hold only love. This is it. I release the fear and worry. It's not authentic. It is of mind. Let go of the mind. It's been programmed. Let go of the thinking mind. Come into the feeling body, the feminine imagination. Imagine yourself healthy and well. See it in your mind's eye. Coming from there, I'm moving into a rotation, twisting through the hips, letting go through the lower back. Releasing, letting go. What don't I need anymore? What can't I see yet? What don't I realize yet? What do I need to learn? I trust in myself. I believe that I will find the things I need to learn. I believe I will find the people that I need to learn from.
The opportunities will arise in my life. Opportunities are arising in my life right now that I am grateful for. I am grateful for my life. I trust in my future. I am happy and excited about what is to come. Switching over to the other side. Just thinking and speaking positively. Just thinking and speaking in the affirmative. We can learn to speak affirmatively. We can learn to think and speak positively about ourselves and our lives and where we're going. About our families, about our careers, about our future, about our legacy. We can think and speak about these things. As we get clarity on these things, as we make decisions, the energy is freed up in the body and life. Just sitting and breathing and doing something different changes the energy within the body. Getting ourselves moving, getting ourselves breathing, and just sitting down, laying on our backs here, and just sitting with that energy for a moment that we've just stirred up. Just spending a minute to just tune into the self, not to be focused on what's around, not to be agitated, to be comfortable within myself, to love myself. Is just to spend time in peace and care for and with yourself. This is just learning how to love yourself. It's just taking the time once a day, twice a day if you can, to get yourself moving and breathing and thinking and speaking positively about yourself and your life, where you're going, what you're creating. All things are created in mind first. See yourself healthy and well in your mind. With each inhale breath, you can draw health up into your body and life. Imagining your health growing inside. Using your imagination, your divine feminine. Imagining health rising up inside of your body while you breathe. A decision to grow health inside of yourself. An imagination to actively grow it. It's a mental practice, it's a focus practice to tune into yourself and change what you're thinking and saying and doing inside of yourself. To make time for yourself. It is a discipline, it is an intention, and an imagination that heals the body and life. It is both. It is two energies that must be brought to balance and harmony to change and heal our lives physically and mentally. This is the way we do it. Every Sunday morning I am practicing. Just energy healing practice, movement and mental health and wellness. This is the practice. Physical and mental well-being, holistic health, physical, mental, and emotional health. Have yourself a super awesome, terrific day.